taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
First down. A 51-yard gain. 1st down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Given 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
First down. the 33-yard line.
Yellow. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
17 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. Yellow. From midfield, here's Mahomes. This goes to the former Raven, Marquise Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown, 50 yards. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Ravens 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter tape. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Easy. I don't need to.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Jackson going to keep it. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send Rice in motion. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Mahomes going to throw.
38-yard line.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Mahomes to throw once more. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 30 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet.
And for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
13, 13.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Mahomes now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Rice. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there. A first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now he'll take this and run. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Hey, 43. Yellow.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Jackson. Going deep for Hopkins. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 36 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. On the option right is Jackson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Wants a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Still 15 yards to go. 2nd down.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. Down to the 10.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there,
Not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Ken, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes will throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's the option. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So this play, until recently, only something you probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's caught. It's Flowers. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody. From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, hold it and get good yardage yourself.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. The first carry now. This is Hill. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Turn his TV off. 15. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. The Jackson going to hold on to it again. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Chiefs are going to get him. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now it's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Incomplete here.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jackson now. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Now to really
a confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Nate Wiggins on the coverage.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
At the 34-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run here with Pacheco into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
That's the score. Chiefs 14. Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they go straight. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that's an old play caller's trick right there. Right up there with run the ball inside the tackles on first down. You just watch your quarterback get sacked on the previous play. Now you let those defensive linemen penetrate again, hoping to get their hands on him one more time. But this time, he's got the perfect call dialed up, and the screen burns him for a first down. Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this down to the 32.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Mike Green, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this goes to the former Raven, Marquise Brown. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they'll run the option to start the drive. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Jackson running again. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jackson, option right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but I tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And that play stopped behind the line by a corner. Trent McDuffie getting in there. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a third down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. The pitch to Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Oh, pardon me. That play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. That's to the left sideline and incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dive, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dive?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's 1st down. Jackson. That'll be caught by Hill. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Chiefs, 14.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to 1 final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it